And now I'm going to try a modified version of Sarah's idea from BackpackingLite.com. Like I said, I used a Chinese food container that was sort of flattened. So I poked more holes in the bottom, which I previously used in my second attempt. I'm going to fill the bottom with a little bit of water, and she suggests, she used a pie pan, you know, the disposable pie pans. So she had the edge cut, and then she coiled it up and put it in the bottom. I'm not going to the store to get a pie thing right now, so I made little modified legs out of the edges of the box that this came in. So not as pretty, not as elegant, probably not as stable or reusable, but I think they'll work for my purposes of just experimenting with the technique. So there's about ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch of water. You don't want to put in too much because you don't want it to be higher than the little stilts that I made, and also stilts can kind of float, so you don't want it to be too high for that reason too. But so then I just put this on top, and they're gonna float around, but I'll take a picture so you can see the setup. Now, next step is mixing the batter. I've mixed it in the bag both times, simply because in the backcountry it's not going to be easy to just have tons of mixing bowls. So, this MSR spoon has measurements in it. 1/4 of a cup is 60 milliliters. I think Nalgene, yeah, you'd have to make a special mark on your Nalgene bottle, but that wouldn't be hard to do. So I might use a little bit more than 1/4 of a cup. Keeping with the whole backcountry setting, I'm using my Light My Fire spork. You can have a mini whisk, or you could just use a spoon. I've been using the fork end, but I think I'll stick with doing the fork end, but it just takes a little while to mix it all in. And muffin mix doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want like dry clumps. That's not very good. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the muffin tins. The muffin tins do have fill lines, so you don't want to go over that. Online, when Sarah from the BackpackingLite.com, I think, yeah, she actually cooked it in a plastic bag. I don't know if you can do that in this type of bag. She did it in a sandwich bag. She suggested actually a little bit of a heavier weight Ziploc than a sandwich bag. I'm just adding a little more water to try and make this easier. Now, don't take fire safety tips from me. Definitely learn how to use a stove either through another video, Backpacker's Field Manual, Noel's Cookery, Alan and Mikey's really cool backpacking book all have good cooking instructions and tips, or just get someone to show you. That's probably the easiest thing. Alright, finally have a nice blue flame going. I'm going to put the heat protector around it to make it a little more efficient. Putting the pot on top. Now I'm going to put these as evenly spaced as possible. I'm going to put the lid on. Starting the stopwatch. So now it's a matter of waiting. Alright, 1 minute. So far, so good. You don't want to keep looking too much because the cold air can make stuff fall, like muffins rise and cooler can make them fall. I mean, they're souffles, but the package says 15 to 20 in a conventional oven. And can't remember if I mentioned it in this video or not, but these are Wilton silicone cup cake fillers, or liners, and not liners, cups. I got them at Target for like 10 bucks. The heart shape is girly, but they fit well in a circle. And the manufacturer says don't use this on a stove top or anything. It's supposed to be used in an oven, convection oven, microwave oven, not, or toaster oven, I don't know, anyways, not like this. These can withstand up to 500 degrees, they say, so I think we should be pretty safe. I'm going to take a little peek. Ooh, I think this is going to be the winning process. Obviously this is for groups. Like I said, if you go online to backpackinglite.com, Sarah, who had most of the process for this, did it with just a plastic bag, because she's an ultralight backpacker, and it was single serving. So, and I used Betty Crocker mixes because I want to be able to mix it in the bag. You can get boxed ones and put it in your own plastic bag that are a little cheaper, but just make sure it's only add water. I haven't ventured into the realm of powdered eggs. If you have, great. But, you know, be careful, because some of them ask for oil or stuff too, so. Alright, 6 minutes and I'm tempted to look. Ooh, definitely rising. Probably the most any of them have risen in, this is my third experiment of the day. So, and you can buy a system very similar to this, you know, without making your own aluminum pan and little, I made little stilts, but you could just use a coil of aluminum. You can buy it at Packet Gourmet. It's still a silicone little tray so that you can steam it kind of like, I don't know if you've ever steamed vegetables with trays, but anyways, that's like 10 bucks. Plus the aluminum's probably lighter, cheaper, and more packable, because I think theirs would be rigid. But that's where I got the idea, and they suggest they can sell you a whole little kit with these, so that's Packet Gourmet, but this is more DIY. Ooh, really good. But still only 7 minutes, so they're not ready yet. Alright, 12 minutes. I'm going to do a toothpick test. So, actually pretty clean, surprisingly. They're not really brown on top. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think they might. They just aren't going to get brown, I think, because of the steaming process. So maybe, like, I'll leave them on 1 more minute because I don't think it's going to hurt them, but they seem pretty firm. Alright. It's been 15 minutes. So I'm going to do the toothpick test one more time. And I think by now they're definitely done. Alright, I'm going to take them off. Turn the stove off. Alright, so not brown on the bottom, not brown on the top. Almost very light texture, not really a crust. But tastes pretty darn delicious. I'd say that for backcountry baking, this is the closest thing I've come to a success.